Hey listeners, we're coming back at you here with a special edition. This one is about debating various topics we're going to talk about. Let's just dive right into it. Which is the biggest draft bust of all time? I mean, we have a couple we could choose from. Alex Daigle, who was drafted in 94,
I think. Or 3.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Let me check here, Scott. Yeah, 93. Alexander Dag.
Year before I was born, so.
Yeah. Well, Alex Dag, if you remember right, correct me if I'm wrong, number 2 is Chris Pronger.
Yeah.
So,
And Dag said nobody ever remembers number 2.
Whoa.
And here we are.
Pumping his tires a little
Here
bit.
we are, Chris Pronger, Hall of Famer.
Yep.
Future Hall of Famer. I don't think he's in the Hall yet. But, and you obviously...
We have
Patrick
Stefan.
Stefan.
Yeah, 99.
And he was ahead of both Sedins.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Pretty sure it's...
That's tough. I mean, Scott, you brought an interesting point just before the show on that topic. You had a third party that was involved, you figured. Would you like to share that?
Oh, yeah.
name with us?
Well, now that he's gone over to the KHL, I think Nail Yakupov could be in those talks.
I think Nail Yakupov possibly could be the biggest bust.
I mean,
He didn't last, at all.
Dag was a 50-point player.
But at least Dag lasted.
That's what I mean.
More than 3. Well, how many has Yak played? 4 seasons?
Maybe 5?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 year in Colorado, he had...
But very
1 year-
low
1 year in
productive.
St. Louis.
Like, not even...
But
Where at
was
least
a
Patrick
13th
Stefan.
guy. Patrick Stefan was a great player until his infamous missing the net blunder.
I don't know if he's a great player.
But he was a productive player. He played consistently. He's not worthy of a first overall pick, but in hindsight, being 2020,
No. But I was just looking here. In since 2000, every single player since 2001 to now, only one guy is not playing in the NHL, and that's Yakupov. Kovalchuk, 01, he's back.
Yeah.
Rick Nash, 02. Marc-Andre Fleury's 03. Ovechkin, 4. 05's Crosby. 06, Eric Johnson. 7, Kane. 8, Stamkos. 9, Tavares. 10, Hall. 11, Hopkins. And obviously 12 is Yak. 13, McKinnon. 14, Ekblad. 15, McDavid. 16, Matthews. 17, Hirscher. And 18, Dolan. So, I mean...
assuming Delene's going to
yeah.
play.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's just shows you. I mean, 2012...
Well, it's not just that. All those guys are pretty productive players.
Yeah. For the most part, obviously. But I'm just looking here.
But, I mean...
You're saying I just wanted to see Patrick Stefan. You said he was productive. I'm curious to see if he actually was.
He never eclipsed the 15 goal mark, and he never had
Yeah.
more than 40 points.
Yeah. He had 40 points once, yeah. So, I would have to disagree with you, Kyle.
But how many games played did he play? That's important, too.
455.
Yeah, he had 455, he had 188.
I know. Not a worthy of a first overall draft pick, but...
I don't think he's worthy of any pick. But,
I mean, yeah, you can put him as a first overall draft pick bust because he didn't produce anywhere near he was supposed to. But look at a guy like Steve Downey.
he was supposed to be...
Phenomenal player.
Yeah.
If he kept his head out of the bad stuff, right? But
I'm just looking here.
even Jonathan Drouin. Do you think Jonathan Drouin's in that situation?
Dag has 327 points in 616.
Yeah.
So I'd say he was a touch better point wise.
And Stefan.
His rookie year, he had 51 points, 20 goals.
Second to Yashin in team scoring, I believe.
He hit 3 years later. He hit 51 points again, 26 goals. But he never hit higher than 51. Oh, Minnesota Wild, he had 51 points again, 20 goals. So he had 51 points 3 times in his career. That was as high as he could ever get. I mean,
like you said, number 1 overall pick bust, but even bust in general in the first round, Drouin. Pick number 2.
as of right now, yes.
Right?
As of right now, I totally agree.
And he was almost going to be picked number 1.
Yeah, he was debated between McKinnon. Clearly, McKinnon was Hart nomination. He had a really good season.
Obviously,
And
they knew
Drew,
it.
and I don't know. What. I'm just trying to think if there's any other guys that have not panned out in the last few years or in the top 3 picks. But Sam Reinhart's a higher pick, and Sam Bennett is another guy. So
But Sam Bennett's young, and I mean, they're taking the time.
yeah, but Druin's young too.
They didn't take the time.
No.
Seems like they're impatient.
I mean, if I had to pick one, I'd go off the board and go Yak, worst one of all time.
I almost have to agree. You know, the writing's on the wall. I mean, he had a phenomenal first season. Phenomenal in
Good. It was good.
Yeah. Compared to his other seasons, it was phenomenal.
It was what was expected for a rookie.
Yeah.
He had the numbers a normal rookie would have, and outside of Crosby and Ovechkin and the phenomenal ones,
Yeah,
he
he had a pretty good season.
On pace with everybody else, I should say.
And maybe that's why you can almost consider him a bust that way. Because that year was a weaker draft year.
Yeah, because number 2 is Ryan Murray, and he's not bad, but it's not like Yak was terrible and Ryan Murray was like phenomenal, best defenseman in the league.
It's not.
You know what I mean?
It's not Alex Dagg and Chris Pronger.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
or Stefan and the Sedins.
Yeah.
Right? It's not night and day here. It's Yak's not very good, and
No.
Ryan Murray is just solid. He's not terrible by no means, but he's just solid. He does what he does.
I think what hurt Yakupov is he had such a good first season, and then the expectations were him to do better. And you know, this is just rumors, but he didn't improve on stuff. He was had faults.
He lacked defensive play,
and he didn't work on it.
Yeah.
His hockey IQ was pretty low too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it looked like he was getting chased by bees out there.
yeah, no, it's true.
Well, I mean, do you think there's any people we missed? You know, fire names in the comment section.
Yeah, definitely hit us up on social media.
Related to that topic, obviously.
Yeah, links in the description below. You gotta get the plugs in there.
That's the episode.
Just kidding.
Well, I guess we could talk about which tournament is better, the World Cup or Olympics. Ooh. I guess you could look at it different ways. Which tournament is better for the league? Which tournament is better
So you're
for fans?
talking the World Cup of hockey,
Yeah.
As in, like,
the one that we just had last year.
Yes.
yeah,
But not.
Team Europe.
But what about the World Championships? One that happens in the playoffs. You can almost throw that one in there too.
But you can if you want. It's open debate.
Yeah.
There you go.
If that's the one you're picking, I mean,
I mean, it's hard to go against the Olympics.
I-
It's literally the worldwide.
yeah. If I'm thinking about, like, I watched, what was the last one? It's 2014, I watched Canada. It was a cakewalk for them. They won it. Honestly, I knew they had it before they even started because their team was, like, it was super stacked. Where when I watched the World Cup, we almost lost to Team Europe.
Yeah, there was.
We
there was
were losing 1-0 for a good stretch until the very end, and we scored 2 quick.
wasn't it, they tied it? Oh yeah, 2 quick goals.
Two quick goals shorthanded. One of
Marchand.
them was Marchand, yeah. Marchand, and then
Crosby.
I'm
No.
score both of them.
maybe, but I know Marchand scored 1 for sure.
Yeah. Rip
And
from the
honestly,
corner.
That was entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was on the edge. I was like, I don't know if we're going to even score any. Because well coached by not Marcus Kruger.
Like that, probably.
No, Kruger.
Oh, the
Ralph?
Europe.
Ralph Kruger, thank you. Ralph
Freddy
Kruger.
Krueger.
Yeah.
Freddie.
Yeah. And obviously Babs on the other side.
Yeah. But Ralph Kruger well coached Team Europe to... And I was always for... This kind of relates to the All-Star World versus North America. I kind of liked when they switched it back and forth. I liked that setup. The world, I don't know. If they ever go back to that.
It's way off topic, but what's your... Do you like the new format? 3-on-3?
For...
The All-Star game.
Mm.
Or would you rather go back to a 5-on-5? East-West or...
Not gonna lie, the All-Star game is literally just a show. So I don't really watch it.
I didn't watch any this year.
I'm a big hockey fan, but it kind of is just it's entertainment for the fans.
Yep.
But there's no competitive nature to it.
No.
Maybe that's why, because I'm competitive. I like watching actual hockey. But this is just
I really wish they do the baseball thing with the
yeah.
All-Star
Yeah.
game, meaning home advantage in the
Meaning
finals.
But then what's the President's Trophy, right? That's what I mean. So I guess the President's Trophy just means you got the most points in the league.
But I always thought the President's Trophy didn't matter.
The President's Trophy,
Because who won the President's Trophy this year?
Nashville.
Nashville. So if they would have got to the finals, they would have got home ice over.
Nashville would have.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean anything for
That's
any
what
other
I'm saying.
teams in the West.
Oh, you're saying they win it for the whole... Yeah. They win it for the whole side. Yeah.
But they don't.
No.
That's what I... Okay, I
It's better-
misunderstood. But if they had the All-Star game...
You're saying, like, baseball, that whole side wins it. Yeah.
Yeah. So when they go to the finals, it's...
I wonder... Yeah.
mean,
Yeah. But I understand, too, why it doesn't get competitive, because they won't want guys getting hurt at the All-Star week.
Well, that's the thing. Baseball is more of a friendlier sport.
The chance of getting hurt are a little slimmer.
Yeah.
You're not actually hitting each other. Not
No,
really shouldn't
I mean,
be hitting each other. It happens, but...
I mean, you
Or in
have,
hockey,
you have an atom ball or whatever, somebody slides or something, but hockey, Bufflin hits Crosby
Well,
or
that's what I
McDavid
mean.
and breaks his collarbone or something
Yeah,
like
then we gotta... Yeah. But what if... going back to the debate... I don't know. Olympics is nice because Canada always has a stacked team, and it's... I don't want to sound like a homer, but it's almost pretty much guaranteed gold when we go there with the team we had, and now that McDavid's around, and if he would have played with Crosby in 18, let's be honest, we probably would have won too.
I wouldn't think so.
Right? Where
But it's not
the
guaranteed.
World Cup, like I said, it seemed close.
But you also got to think you didn't have McKinnon, you didn't have McDavid, you didn't because they had that under 23 North America team.
Yeah,
So that would make a difference too.
which I like.
But
At least it was nice they made that under 23 team.
yeah,
North America. It was both, right?
yeah,
I kind of like they did that because at least it included the rest of the talent. Do you know what I mean? Like Matthews and McDavid. And they weren't old enough to They weren't old enough, we'll say, to represent. They were an easy pick for under 23 team,
yeah. Oh, definitely.
which was nice to see because it's like, oh, instead of letting that talent sit out, let's at least put them on a team and make a team out of it.
Yeah.
I thought it was neat. I don't recall if it's every 4 years too, like the Olympics.
That's the big, criticism of that World Cup thing. When they did it before, they did it, and then Canada lost, and they did it the next year. And then Canada won, then they stopped doing it. So people were criticizing the World Cup of hockey because, they don't want other teams, you know what I mean? They redid it the next year so that Canada would win it, then they just
They
stopped
only did
it.
that 1 year.
Yeah.
Like recently.
Yeah.
In recent years, it was only that 1 year.
But that's the way it was back in... when
But there was
the original
Canada Cup.
incarnation. Yeah.